Okay, we are live on another This Is London. Lots of crazy results to talk about this weekend. Palace gone without another win, another week no win. Arsenal fumbled big time in the title race. West Ham, we lost. I mean, now you've had the Chelsea worst game of the season, Chelsea Man United, and obviously Deji's here. Deji's the only one that's here on time because he's a very happy man right now because they came back from 1-0 down to win 4-1, similar to their game against us, which I kind of felt a little bit better about our result because it happened to this Super Villa team. Do you know what I mean? So I was like, okay, maybe our thing weren't as bad as that. And listen, Guna Lee, right now, where is he? The guy's missing. The guy is missing. It's not good. We accused him of this last week, Deji. We called.
I said I can't stand cowards, and if Gunilly doesn't turn up, then he's a coward. There's no point coming out here with your little dossier like you're from the opposition party, thinking like what you're gonna do, and then when shit hits the fan, you're nowhere to be seen. I told the biggest thing I think for Gunilly right now is that he looks absolutely foolish. Do you know what I mean? He comes on here. I saw his little thing on AFTV talking about it. The summer wasn't great. You've been shaking your bum for weeks for your club. Yeah? Telling me that Arteta ball. Telling me that it was part of the plan. That this is how they play. This is how they get results. And Lawless, you know, you're my witness. I weren't buying it. I kept saying, these brothers, the points is papering over what? The cracks. And what are they going to do when these so-called goals, when Gabriel's been there doesn't work, when Starboy ain't doing the whiz kid no more? I asked the question. And I was poo-pooed like I was a madman. I was told that I was off my nut. I was off my rocker. Now Guna Lee is looking like a right muggins. Right muggins, because now I have a possible 9 points. They've collected 1. They got slapped up by Newcastle. You want to hear the biggest thing? When I said that Tottenham, because that's when I coined the phrase, isn't it? The domination in the location. And I said, I'd rather be Spurs than Arsenal at the time, because I said, when you play good football, it's a matter of time until you get the results, you get the goals. And I said, I wouldn't swap places with Arsenal because these guys are moving suspectish and fraudsters. Lawless. I was laughed at Tottenham's performance at St. James's Park. Like it was nothing. Like Tottenham didn't outclass Newcastle. Arsenal registered 1 shot on goal. 1 shot on goal for the whole game. And their brothers was there. Marine was there. Martinelli was there. Starboy was there. Havertz was there. Saliba was there. And that's what they gave us. Ben White was there. Shiver Me Timbers was there. They were there.
But Odegaard wasn't there, and they can't be expected to do anything without Odegaard, apparently.
And when you're telling this guy that your team is whack, it's rubbish, don't come out on AFTV and start changing the tune. I never really felt this team. I always thought our transfer window was rubbish. Rubbish!
Flip-flop.
I told you, you didn't do what you needed to do. And I coined the phrase, Arsenal is more Spursy than Spurs. Now they're all coming out with it. Turkish is coming out with it. We should have bought a striker. But they've just been saying this for a while. I've been saying it. These men have been poo-pooing me like I'm a stranger. Do you get what I'm saying? So for me, Arsenal, after all that bluster, my bro, they are literally 2 points ahead of my club. Just so you know, this imperious defense, this great wall of China of a defense, so strong, so imperious, has conceded the same goals as my club. Can you imagine? These guys run joke, Dej. Your defenders ain't good. Your doggies crap, Porro's crap. What is the leader then? What is Gabriel? What is Ben White and Shiver Me Timbers? Because we conceded the same amount of goals. The same goals, 11. 11 each. And guess what? We, Tottenham, were so rubbish, but we've scored the most amount of goals in the Prem. How about you let them apples sink in? Do you get what I'm saying? And then the last but not least, we have an excuse. You can always argue that, we're still under 2 years into Ange ball. Whether you like it or not, we ain't even had 18 months of this football. I wonder what Arsenal fans are going to tell me now. 5 years. 5 years of Arteta ball. And this is what you have to show for it. You man are rolling back the clock. You man look worse than before. I can't believe what I'm seeing. You know what? Newcastle there was never any doubt. They won the game. It was light work. It was who's that lighty? Who's that lighty? Who's that lighty? Who's that light work? So for me, Arsenal fans, I tried. But a lot of your people that rep for you, they are liars. They are fraudsters. They're literally here for entertainment purposes. I get told that I'm delusional. But I've been the one saying there's cracks. Don't get excited. I'm saying I don't troll Arsenal because I want to troll them. I've been watching them and I said, you know what? There's something wrong with this team. It's not as imperious as they make out. You know what? They're getting the wins, but it's not clean. And I get poo-pooed when I'm talking about Leicester, when I'm talking about Southampton. And then you get slapped up by Bournemouth. You get slapped up by Newcastle. When Tottenham played Newcastle, Newcastle got worked. Arsenal didn't work nothing. So for me, welcome. Because officially now, these men are no longer in the title race. We are in the mud together. We. Arsenal and Spurs, we are hand in hand, skipping into the sunset. Do you get what I'm saying? That's what it is.
Top four race. That's what we're talking about. And it's funny. The timing, Gunnar Lee is backstage. I think he's trying to sort out his mic and camera or something. Okay. The timing is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Welcome.
Here is the man. I don't know how much you heard of that, Lee, of what Deji had to say, mate. But wow. Well done for at least showing up. You've beaten the accusations. You're here. What have you got to say for yourself, my friend? What have you got to say for your team?
Not much. Listen, it's not gonna change my opinion. Like I said, Arsenal will finish third. I don't know why people are making out that I'm flip-flopping. That's a bunch of crap. I don't know why people come making out about I'm hearing this stuff about AFTV. I don't know what shit people are chatting. I said from the absolute get-go, Arsenal aren't going to have an amazing season. I said this. I said from the absolute get-go, I don't understand why you can't critique your team, but also be happy when they win a game. So because I said, Arsenal have had a good performance, or I've criticised the team, I've analysed a game, that all of a sudden now I'm flip-flopping. I said Arsenal are going to finish third. I said Liverpool are going to win the league. But you keep negating that fact and talking about absolute shit. So go ahead, man. Like have your moment to chat your rubbish, man.
How can you? I get what you're saying. You're happy with individual performances, but as a whole, how can you have so much chest? And how can you still back Arteta?
What chest? I analysed the crap that people were saying. What chest have I had?
No, but
what chest weekly have I been coming on it?
Third is a disaster.
Hold on. No. Again, what you fail to understand is I've given you chest because let's just break down the shit that you've been saying week on week.
Let me break down because you did a lot of talking. Allow me to say something.
No. Because this is about my club. This is about
I just want to ask you a couple of questions. When I asked you the other day, when you lot played Tottenham, and I said to you, "Are you happy with that performance?" You said yes. You said that was
what performance? What performance?
The performance against Spurs, Arsenal. You were happy with that.
Because we gave you because the manager knew that you couldn't do anything with the ball, so we broke you down. We had actually a few chances in the game, and it was a nothing game. And in that game, which we've seen for many times, if we give Spurs the ball, you actually more time than not don't do anything with it. You can't penetrate against top teams. So in that game, you analyze and you critique that game individually. So yes, a manager will go from that. What do we say about Ange? The main issue that we've got with Ange is that he plays one way and he can't find and decipher different ways to play. What do we say about LOPETEGUI? What do we say? We say that he plays one way and he doesn't find different ways. So in that specific game, the tactic was to give Spurs the ball. You can have all the percentage, and I gave you stats of other games where Man
Yeah, no,
City,
respect.
where Man
Respect.
City, where Man City have had less possession
Mm,
and won the
mm,
game. So
respect.
on that specific game,
All right.
yes, that was a
So,
tactic. So
so
what the
I
fuck are you talking about?
so I remember Lee telling you that this little sitting back and hoping for Gabriel and his being there to score headers ain't gonna work. So I'm gonna ask you now, legitly, what tactic did you deploy against Newcastle yesterday?
The team were crap. Why?
No,
Why is that?
don't tell me that. I don't want to hear from
I
you,
don't know what the tactic was.
Mr. Analyzer. What was the tactic? Because when man was telling you about the tactics and telling you that there's no longevity in this style of play that your club is doing, you were out there shaking your bum. What tactic did you not deploy
All right,
yesterday?
you know what? Yeah. Well, listen, I'm glad you're telling me all this stuff because, as Pot said, you keep saying this. Let's just go back to the root of this all. You keep saying that you've got a better squad than Arsenal. That Arsenal are not worth the paper that you can write on. You keep mentioning the manager. So please, I'm begging you, just for the sake of. Because you keep saying every season you prophesy something and nothing comes forward. So I'm just asking, can you please finish above Arsenal? Because you haven't done it for a couple of seasons. I just want to know.
That is a simple question, Lee. Like it's either I don't know or it's this is the tactic.
I literally hold on. But why again? People just literally want to hear what they want to hear. I literally just said Arsenal are crap. Yesterday, the players didn't turn up. They didn't play. They didn't
But there's nothing to do with the tactic. What's that got to do with the tactics?
Yeah, I don't know what the tactics were. That shows me that the players, the tactic was to obviously try and work the ball, keep the possession, and obviously create options. Obviously, but they didn't do that in the game. They lost the game. What do you want me to do? Start crying about it? I don't know why people. I don't know why people.
It's just
I don't know. Hold on. No.
I brought it to your attention.
No.
And now
No.
you ain't got to say about it no more.
Wait, because you keep going on about the rubbish that you keep spewing. At the start of the season, I said Arsenal not going to have a great season. So please stop your shit rhetoric about me flip-flopping. I haven't flip-flopped. I already told you from the start of the season that Arsenal are going to finish third. I told you Liverpool were going to finish above us. I told you Liverpool were going to probably win the league. And everybody who laughed. That's the most important thing. I've told you. Let's go to the other part of it. You said you're going to finish above Chelsea, which currently doesn't look to be the right way. So let's go. I'm saying currently. So let's just call it a bean. Let's just keep it a buck. You can't leverage anything towards me because I'm very, very clear with what I said.
I've got another question.
So there's nothing that you can get onto me about.
I got another question.
Ultimately,
respect.
I
I'm just
already
asking
said,
questions.
So,
I don't want you to be. I don't want you to be upset with me. I just got another question to ask you.
No. I'm just saying. I'm just letting you know. Stop this shit about me flip flopping. I haven't flip flopped.
I didn't say that.
I've been very consistent. I've been very.
No, you have. No, you have. The only issue I had with you at the time, I'm going to just keep it real and keep it a buck, was that you did this lying thing, this little Stevie Wonder thing, where you actually said Arsenal played well. It was the tactics against Spurs. And I asked you the question.
Well. That was the tactic. And it
I asked you the question. I said, does these tactics have any longevity? I remember asking you that. And you were like, yeah, I always knew we were going to do it. And I said, what happens if it doesn't work? What happens if it doesn't work? I didn't ask you that, and we're seeing it now.
Bunch of nonsense, man. Anyway, look.
But anyway, let's do. Let me ask you the next question because you're talking about. I hope Tottenham finish above Arsenal. Another rubbish thing that I said was that our defense is equal. Remember when you were poo-pooing it last week that our defense is equal? Well, judging by the amount of goals that you've conceded and my team have conceded, can you confirm how many goals Arsenal have conceded and how many goals Spurs have conceded? Could you just do that, my lawyer friend?
Go ahead with your stats. Go ahead with your stats. Go ahead because can I ask you? Because you're gonna do
these
this.
Are things you poo-pooed. These are things you poo-pooed, my brethren. So let me do my thing.
Because they're an exception to the rule. Because they're an exception. You look. You can't. If you're asking me a question, you need to let somebody answer. It's not a rhetorical question. If you're asking me if I believe or if most people with a sane footballing mentality would go ahead with your rhetoric that the Spurs' defense is equal or better than Arsenal's, no one's going to agree. So if you think that, then fine. No, I don't. I don't
Can you
believe
just
that.
confirm how your defense is doing and how my defense is doing?
They're both doing poor. They're both doing poor. But the thing is, let me.
You
But
know
hold,
what? I
but
respect
let
you.
me
Because last
answer
week
it.
I
Hold on,
accused
wait,
you of
hold
being
on.
a coward. I respect
Let
this
me
brother.
answer the
I
question.
love this.
Hold
I
on, but
love what you're doing.
let me
Go
answer
on.
the question.
Go on.
The issue that we have here is Arsenal players are playing down and your players are playing at the level. They can't get any better. Whereas our
Whatever.
players are playing poorly.
I
Saliba,
don't care what you call.
Gabriel, Calafiori, whoever it is that you want to timber.
I've been telling you about these brothers. I
Yes,
told you about these brothers.
Yeah, you
I
know
called
what?
him
I mean, I can't
calamari.
follow.
Remember that. Remember.
And what did I say?
I'll ask you one more question.
I also said that. I also said that he's not played well. But anyway, besides the point, you keep trying to do this banter thing. But
No,
everything
I'm
you
not
said.
bantering
No,
you.
no, no,
I'm
no, no,
asking
no, 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 no.
questions.
Stop, because you keep talking. Everything you've already said, I have already said for ages. So you keep making out like I'm the one that is I'm a gal or I'm somebody else that is being saying Arsenal are doing this amazing swashbuckling team. There's nothing you can label at me in a provocative way because I have said this all.
Okay.
I have said all of these things. I have also said, yes, I will agree 100% that Arsenal haven't played well this season, but sometimes some of the games the tactic has to give the ball up and find different ways to win a game. But fine, it's not happened yesterday. They didn't play well. What do you want me to say? But don't come on here and make out that I've been flip-flopping. Don't come
No,
on
I
here
didn't. I
because I've
didn't
been
say that. I was
what
just qualifying.
Answer my question then, Lee, because I've been waiting for this question all since last week, and I want to ask you a question.
Get me.
How
Cook this
you've
brother
come and
today.
you've
You
said
get me.
that Arsenal finishing third, right? You've predicted that Liverpool to win the title. So tell me how you can still back this manager. How can you still back Arteta? Why
but
should
why
he
hold on?
stay in a job?
Hold on. Why are you putting words in my mouth? Why are you putting
No,
words in
but
my mouth?
I haven't heard you call for Arteta's head.
I
But
didn't.
still back him.
Yeah, I don't need the manager to be out yet. Let the season play out because you can't tell me right now that Arsenal aren't going to win it. I said if us, I put a prediction. Right, I'm gonna tell you now. Right, let me give you a basic understanding. I'm a school teacher, so do you know what I do for part of my job? Every January, February, I have to do predictions for my year 11s for their GCSEs. And do you know what that means? It's a prediction. I'm predicting something which I believe from what I've seen and the level of their work that they're going to get. But do you know what actually is? It transpires that they get higher or they get lower because why? They put the work in from January till the end of the year and they do their exams, they do the revision, and they get their own results. I'm only predicting from a question that I've been asked. So if you're asking me, I said at the start of the season that Arsenal finished third. Let this season play out. Are you going to do this every because you know what you don't do? Because you know what you don't do, and this is the bullshit that's annoying. You don't ask me these questions after Arsenal win. The same thing we talk about with Don. Don doesn't ask me. No, Don doesn't ask me about Saka when we win, when he scores or when we win. Let the season play out. And the same thing about Palmer. People think I might come on here and going to cuss Palmer. I'm going to ask questions, but I'm not going to cuss him out. Let the season play out. Let things happen. Because I said if he doesn't win a trophy, he has to go. But that's what we want. We want to see progression. I want to see progression. But if you're gonna ask me about the manager, I'm not gonna go into that detail because it's only November and it's 10 games in, and we're still in a good position in the Carabao Cup. The FA Cup hasn't started yet, and we're I think sixth in the Champions League currently. So
So
I'm just
you'll
saying.
take third in the Carabao League. Is that what you're
No,
saying?
I'm
Like
not.
if you
No. Hold on. Again, you're putting words in
You
my
said if
mouth.
you
I
win,
didn't.
no, because I'm
You're
asking you
putting
because you
words in my mouth.
said
You're
if
putting
he
words in
wins
my
a
mouth.
trophy, he has to win a trophy. That's what you said. So
Yeah,
I'm
no, he needs to
clarifying.
win. He needs to win a trophy, but it depends the context. You need to see the context. If he finishes 15 points off the top of the table, and we go out at all the competitions and we win a Carabao Cup, of course there's going to be questions and he needs to go. But with a rational head, the same way how week in and week out, you keep saying after D told you that your manager isn't good enough, you're with a rational head saying he's coming, he's got to have his system, he's got to do this, he's got to do that. So I'm not doing this every week where you ask me about Arteta because I said from the start of the season that he's clearly inept with the transfers. He's clearly regressed in some of the things that he was doing. So
Respect.
really and truly, this is all like nonsense that you're going to try and do. Because as I said, I've already said this. I'm the wrong person to come towards. So it's boring, man.
Well, and I'll quickly read because this super chat's relevant. Blake, which is 799 Australian dollars. Goonally is bottling it like his club, shown bare chest and arrogance all season and can't handle it. Cooking
Again,
Deji.
when I just want somebody to show me, I really want somebody to show me where I have been arrogant, where I have shown all this.
It's your approach to other clubs.
No,
You
it's
know
not.
what I mean?
No,
Like,
no,
where
no, no, no.
you
Again,
come.
no. Okay, this is the issue that people in life, they don't like to have something called accountability. I can't, as a good person, a normal person, allow Deji to say at the start of the season that they've got the best defense. And he remember what Deji was saying. And again, I'm not picking on Deji. I'm giving an example that they were in a title race with us and Man City. That's what he said, right? And he said that and Liverpool will finish in 6th place. So I'm keeping people accountable. I'm keeping people accountable with the crap that they say. So if I've said Arsenal are going to have a bad season and that Liverpool will finishing above us and that it doesn't mean that Arsenal are a crap team. They had a bad season. Liverpool, some seasons they finished 4th. Are they crap? No. Spurs. If Deji believes that Spurs are this amazing team, but they finished 4th last season, 2 points in front of Chelsea, then they had a bad season for whatever it is that he thought at the start of the season. If Deji thought a couple of seasons ago that they were going to beat AC Milan in the quarterfinals of the Champions League and they got pumped, does that mean they're crap? No. So let's just do the context properly rather than doing this crap. I hold people accountable with the crap that they say, and that's it. It's nothing to do about chess.
Same.
So all right. So do we need to hold your club accountable because you're talking about finishing 3rd, right? Which is you're right. It's early with 10 games. It's an indicator, but right now you are below Chelsea and Nottingham Forest.
Yes, and it's 4 games. It's 10 games in. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna do this every week because it's gonna be 11 games in. It was 5 games in. It is early. What do you want me to do with this? With this information,
This
what
is
is it you
so
want me to
funny
do?
though, because if you guys were if you guys were where Liverpool were and you were clear at the top of the table, we'd be hearing all the plaudits and this Arsenal going to do it. This you're not necessarily from you.
No, they wouldn't. You know why?
That's going to be
Let me tell you the
narrative.
reason why they wouldn't.
Can I
Let me tell you the reason why. Let me tell you the reason why they wouldn't. Because it was only 2 years ago we were top for 93% of the season. It was only last season that we were top with 8 games to go. So please stop your fake fabrication. There are some fans, but not me.
That was the narrative.
Let's ask Lee a question. Let's do this because he's not getting off the hook. He does this thing. I told you he's a solicitor by trade, and he's when he's off.
You deserve it, Lee.
No, you know what it is. Let me hold educated with nuance.
Let me hold myself accountable.
All right.
I said Tottenham's squad, meaning the bench, is better than Arsenal's.
Yeah, good.
What is your opinion?
What
is your opinion now? Based on what you've seen in recent games,
I don't care, Deji, but it's not. It's
not. I don't care. Man.
I said
to
you, it's not.
Believe that your squad is better?
I've said to you, it's not, but I don't care. All I'm saying to you now, because you
have you heard that before?
Wait, hold on. Again, you've said, because you put a lot on the table. You've bet on £200 that you're going to finish above them.
£2 bills, £2 bills, bro.
Yeah, no, I said £200. So now,
what are you shaking your bum for?
So please, Deji, all I'm saying to you, is 10 games in. You've got more than enough time to catch up and go above. Because next week, So do you want to bet me on £200? I'm happy to go £200, £300, £400 that you're going to finish above us.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Deji, I'm happy to do it right now. So back your chat because you keep doing. Again, I'm holding you accountable for the stuff.
I'm just saying.
No. Don't just say. No, don't just say. It's either making content or are we just doing bullshit here? Be serious with the stuff you're saying. Be serious with the stuff you're saying.
Let's do this correctly. Let's do this correctly because you know what you're doing.
I said, here we go.
It's nonsense.
You kept talking about how far above your team is from my club.
Yeah,
today,
we are
after
playing
10 games is a milestone, correct? It's a milestone, isn't it? We've got to like a quarter of games played, and you're only 2 points above my club. This is the imperious Arsenal team that you've been shaking your bum for. You get me? At the end of the day, when I said that Arsenal and Tottenham are much of a muchness, The bit that I was angry with you, Lee, I'm not going to lie, I was pissed with you, is the way you poo-pooed a lot of my statements. But right now, who looks like they poo-pooed?
Deji, you put up performances.
Bro?
You put up
I look more right than
performances.
you.
Deji, you put up. Yes, it's 10 games in. Is that how it's going to finish? Are Man United going to finish in 15th place?
Are you confident that you can kick on?
Yes, because the team aren't playing well. Yes, the same thing happened last season. We started the season poorly. It got to January and we kicked on.
No, but Lee. Let's dig into it.
Hold on. Chelsea are currently, I think, in 4th place. Are they going to finish above Arsenal? Does anybody believe that? Probably not. So all I'm saying to you is, as I said, week in and week out, I'm not going to keep doing this whole we're in 4th place, we're in 3rd place. Currently, yes, on the outside of things, it's not looking good. But let this season play out, and then we can have a discussion about things.
Let me ask you, Lee. Let me ask you, because right now, for me, a major problem with how you're performing right now is your manager, right? So to change the question, because you say, yeah, well, we can improve. Yes, that's some generic stuff. Now let me ask you: do you think not Maresca? See, I'm now even saying my manager's name because my head is hot, people. Yeah, when we get to the Chelsea bit, I'm gonna lose my shit because I'm getting hot. I'm getting hot. Thinking about what I just watched, yeah? But do you think your manager is going to take some shackles off and start to become more brave, bro? Because he constantly plays with a handbrake, yeah? Whether you like it or not, Lee, objectively, bro. Maresca, I'm going to say Maresca again. Arteta constantly plays with a handbrake, yeah? We don't know when he's going to finally start to trust the likes of Nwaneri and them lot, right? And your squad overall, let's be real, you brought in Marino, who plays like a wax figure, yeah? You brought in Sterling, who can't even fucking play ahead of fucking Jesus on the wing, yeah? When I was saying this guy needs to go Saudi in my fan cams last season, I wasn't lying. He needs to go to Saudi. He can't even come on the wing, yeah? Ahead of Jesus. You know how bad that is, right? Away from Saka, who else creates for you lot? So you're basically depending on Odegaard to come back, right? And I keep telling people, Arsenal for me this season, I'll put money on it.
Remember you said that when you talk about Chelsea. Because again, you're being disingenuous, but remember you said that.
Hold on, Lee. Lee, let me finish what I'm saying. Lee, let me finish what I'm saying, bro. Bro, listen, Lee. I don't run away from slandering my team.
No, you do. But we'll get into it. I'm not going to talk about it now.
You need to go watch my fan cam after. We're gonna get to Chelsea.
No, I don't want to see your fan cam.
Hold on, Lee. Let me just say something. I don't know what this narrative is that you have that I don't criticize my team.
No. Look, we'll get to Chelsea. No, we will get to Chelsea.
There for 15 minutes, cuffing guys out, bro. We doing it.
We will doing it.
Let me finish what I'm saying about your team, and then when we get to my team, hold on. Let me finish what I'm saying about your team, and then when we get to my team, you can try and cook my team or whatever. Because I've been cooking them as it is, and I've got guys to cook today, right? Because it was shit. Yeah. But anyway, when it comes to your team right now, like I've said, you're playing with a massive handbrake, and I don't see Arsenal having a fully fit squad once this season, right? Because in this little squad that you've got, your 22-man squad that you've got a bunch of wafers in there, bro. Yeah? Calafiori, every other game he gets injured. Timber is injury prone. From what I've seen already, he seems to be injury prone. Tomiyasu is another one. Hold on, bro, Lee. Why are you doing all of that, bro? I don't understand why you're doing all of that.
I'm listening. I can't bother.
Tomiyasu, right, is another one that's injured.
Guy.
Yeah? They don't like the truth. They don't like the truth, people. This is the difference between Arsenal and Chelsea fans. Because I will sit here and listen to people.
I'm just taking it. So
I would sit here. No, Lee, let me finish what I'm saying.
Go.
I would sit here and listen to you lot, cook my club, and I will join in with you lot. Because today, we fucking deserve it, right? Why don't you like the uncomfortable truth about your club? Bro? Every time we speak about this, even Deji, me and Deji have been speaking about it for time. Even away from your wins, we've been speaking about your performances, right? It's now that they're finally starting to catch up with you. 3 games in a row, yeah, you haven't won, bro. Yeah, you've dropped all those points, right? I'm pissed today because I've dropped points because I could have been in 3rd, 2 points ahead of you. Now next week I have to win. I wanted to win regardless, but next week now I have to win, right? But if I play that way,
someone blocked that dude Noah, by the way, just because you know what I'm saying,
bro. Like, bro, Arsenal right now, yeah. Listen, Lee, Arsenal right now. Yeah, but the question that I've got for you is, do you think Arteta is going to improve?
No. We're going to finish in 19th, bro. That's it.
I just want to give Guna Lee some credit. Let me defend this guy because we're attacking him a lot, yeah. And I want to give Guna Lee some credit, yeah, because one thing he did say back in the day was that Caicedo is better than Declan Rice, and he wanted Caicedo at Arsenal and not Rice. And he's been proved right on that. He was right all along. We've seen it. So fair play to you. Fair play to you, Lee.
It's crazy.
Spot on.
It's crazy. Again, people are sitting here acting like, again, I'm actually gobsmacked that people on this panel keep going on at me like I've already prophesied this. I already said from the start of the season Arsenal are going to have a bad season, and now I'm sitting here acting like I don't like to hear the truth about my team. What the fuck is going on here?
I'm just
I
giving you
already
credit.
said this.
It's asking you. You said to Deji. You said to Deji. You said to Deji. Oh, but we're going to improve. We're going to improve.
No.
So
I didn't say that. Hold on. No. I'm talking about
specifying about your manager.
No.
About your manager. Your manager has been a big problem, bro.
Wait, please. Please make sure you quote me when you say we were talking about Spurs comparison to Arsenal. Arsenal, I believe, are better than Spurs. I'm not going to sit here and then allow people to just chat rubbish. Arsenal are a better team, better run team. They play better football. Everything about, not this season, but they play better. Everything about Arsenal is better than Tottenham.
So wait, hold on.
Wait, Don. Relax. The same thing last season. You sat there and you said you are better than Chelsea, so you're better than Tottenham. Oh my God, we got the best 2024 home record, away record. We got more points than Spurs. So why do you get to say that at the end of last season? Why do you get to say that at the start of this season? Why do you get to talk about the fact that you beat Spurs twice, home and away, but you finished below them? But when I say it, I'm the crazy one. I'm sitting here saying Arsenal, the stats don't work for us right now, but Arsenal are a better team. We have better players. When you say that, we get poo-pooed. I get called like I'm a crazy guy. And you've been saying for the longest that you are better than them. Hence why you got pushed into doing a bet, because you believe so much in your team, and you believe from what you saw from January till now that you are a better team than Spurs. And when we pushed you at first, you didn't want to say anything. And even Potts and Lawless will agree, we had to push because you kept saying, "Oh, I'll only answer at the end of the transfer window." So please don't sit here and fabricate and make out that I'm crazy for making out that I think that we're better than Spurs.
I never said Spurs are better than you.
Okay, cool.
I never said they're a better team. That's what Deji believes because of what he's seen from this season.
Okay, but
now, Deji's basically saying right now he's better than you. That's what he's saying.
And again, when you were in 7th place last season, when you were 8th, you still believed that you were better than them. Did you or did you not?
No. Last season, I wasn't really getting on.
Done.
Spurs,
yes, you were.
Spurs, hold on. Wait, Lee. Spurs started off the season very well. They fell off in the second half.
I'm talking about at the end, near the end of the season when you were 6th, 7th, 8th, and you were
we were better than them. Yeah, we were better than them.
So I'm saying to you, yes, we aren't playing well. I said all of this stuff. I've said all of this stuff already. No one can make out that I haven't said this stuff. I've already agreed with you that the manager has shown inept behaviors and the way he's performing with the team. I already said all this stuff. But what I'm not going to do is make out that these players are somehow crap. I mean, like, we can't create chances when we had last season. But I think we scored the most goals or second most goals.
That's what I'm asking you about your manager, Lee. We know you've got good
and
players.
I've already said that the manager, what he did at the beginning of last season is what he's doing now. He's clearly, the first season that we challenged, which was 2 seasons ago, we were gun-ho, we were conceding goals left, right and centre. Last season, what he tried to do is he tried to shut up shop, and then in the second half of the season, we went expressive and we're scoring goals. This season, he's clearly not found the balance yet. And let me also add, players aren't playing well. Rice isn't playing fantastic. He's not playing crap. He's not playing to the levels of last season. Saliba, another one, not playing. But again, for you to sit there and say that Timber's injury prone, of course he's not injury prone. The guy's come back from an ACL, so of course he's going to pick up.
I keep seeing him getting niggles, bro.
Yes, because what happens is, let me just again give you a bit of context.
I know what you're going to say. I know how it works.
Cool. So if you know how it works, then why say crap? If you know what happens,
the evidence right now is Timber keeps getting re-injured.
No,
that means that you're injury prone.
No, but again, let me tell you, he's not injured
until he proves otherwise.
But it's not injured. It's not an injury. What happens is when you come back from a long-term injury, you will pick up little things. They're not injuries per se, but your body needs to get used to, acclimatize to playing the rigorous amount of football. So it's less to do with injuries. And even now, currently, your captain, your club captain, he plays 1 game a week. Why? To try and prevent him and slowly bring him back so he can now or eventually do 2 games, 3 games in a week. So let's talk about that's an injury-prone player. How can somebody be injury prone? So how can someone be injury prone when he got an ACL? That's not an injury prone player. We didn't buy a player.
He had a big injury, and since then, cool. Yes, you're
right in what you're saying. Injury prone.
You're right in what you're saying. You're right in what you're saying. When you come back from a big injury, your body's got to
he's not injury prone.
And that I agree with that. But what I'm saying is the evidence that I'm seeing right now is that he keeps breaking down. And if you don't want to add him to your injury prone list, fair enough. There's others in that list though. You've got Jesus in there. You've got Zinchenko
we know
in
about them
there.
players.
You've got Tomiyasu in there. Ben White keeps picking up niggles now as well. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So, bro, yes, you might want to.
Before we move on,
you've told me 2 players out of 22.
Yeah, we have got to move on soon.
You've told me 2 players. Just imagine that you've told me 2 players that are injury prone.
I told you about 5.
Ben White's not injury prone. What the fuck are you talking about?
Look, I said Ben White keeps picking. I said Ben White keeps picking up.
You're right.
Because I don't want us to deflect.
You're right. You know what? You're right. Everything you say is
right. My only thing is, all I wanted to just have clearly stated today, and Lee, thank you for being a good sport and stating it.
This is too funny.
The thing that you said at the beginning of the season, my only thing was
Ben White keeps picking up niggles. That's what I said. Listen to what I'm saying, Lee. Listen.
Look,
so
there's a couple of things.
I would love to know who these 5 players.
Let me tell you them then. Because he doesn't want to add Timber.
Be on Arsenal all day, man.
He doesn't want to. Yeah, let's move on after this. Yeah, he doesn't want to add Timber and Ben White. So don't add them. But you still got Zinchenko, Jesus. You've got Tomiyasu. Who else is there? That's
3 players out of 22.
Tomiyasu. Calafiori's another one as well. His injury record weren't great before he even came to Arsenal, and he's breaking down already. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You know what I mean? Pedro Neto is an injury-prone player. Even though I haven't seen him injured at my club, he picks up a lot of injuries, bro. Until he proves otherwise, he's injury-prone. Calafiori's injury record ain't great.
I'd be real. I don't give a damn who's injured and not. The thing for me tonight was the vindication, and big up to Lee for being a good sport on this. I said from the beginning of the season that Arsenal have not looked good. That it's been looking very, very scary.
I'm still waiting for the £400 bet, bro.
A lot of people took that as a par, like I was bantering, but I was just using my eyes and saying,
I'm still waiting for you. I'm still waiting for you.
I don't know how long this. Don't worry, bro. Don't worry. I don't have to call your bet today. That doesn't mean I won't call your bet.
No. But let's do it now. Hold on.
No. Don't worry. I'll call you at my time. No. I'm saying? Okay. I'm not going to do a rush of blood into this. I've already got bare bets going on right now.
Yeah. So do you know what you're going to do? What you want to do?
You're going to do that to try and justify what you're saying. But what I'm saying to you is, you ain't been good so far this season.
What you want to do? What you want to do? No.
You want to confirm that you've been.
No. You can't. You can't just randomly say things and then think that you can get away with it. If you believe, hold on.
I've told you, I will call you.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second, Deji. You, without anybody pressuring you, have said that you've got a better team, you've got a better squad, you've got a better first 11, you've got a better squad, you play better football than us, you scored more goals than us, you are better than us. I'm calling you out on that because I'm sure nobody believes that. I've now wagered £400 and I've said, if that's what you believe, you're so strong, you want to be wrong and strong about this, don't now wait until 10 more games to be like, oh yeah, no, back your talk now, otherwise don't say nothing. You can't sit there and say one thing, then when someone calls you out, because you know what, look, again, you can't talk about Don. You pressured Don into the fact that to make that bet of £100, £200, wherever it was, and now all of a sudden you're sitting here saying, "Oh, well, like no, I'm not going to take it." This, that, and the other. If you've got everything going well and swimmingly for you, and Arsenal are this crap, and you've been saying this for ages,
I'm just saying that you're not much better than my club. I expect Arsenal to finish above.
No. That's not what you said. You said you're better
in the list. You didn't say that. I'm not calling the bet because I already said that Arsenal will finish.
Okay, so you're not doing the bet.
That's done. I'm doing the bet. I need to. Why would I go against what I said? I said that Tottenham will finish above Chelsea. If he wants to bet me on that, I'm happy to. If Lee wants to bet me on that, I'll raise him on that.
Alright, well,
So all of a sudden you're better than us. You
Bro,
got better squad.
why would I? That would be hypocrite. That I'll be a hypocrite. That don't make
But
no
you've
sense.
got a better team though.
I pull it out there that Arsenal will finish above Spurs. Why would I go against that?
But hold on, but you've got better team. You've got a better team. You've seen
Right
your team
now,
play.
let me be real with you. I said we got a better squad. You got a better first 11.
Better squad,
I said we've got a better squad. That's what I've been saying.
Okay,
We've got better players on the bench. Stuff that we've been poo-pooed. I also said that our defense is much of a muchness. So far, 10 games in, I'm right and you're wrong.
Okay, cool. No worries. And
That's
again,
it.
I didn't know. This is what Tottenham fans do. This is what Tottenham fans do. You did last season. What you did.
Right.
Last season, what you did was you were celebrating the title after the first 10 games. Now, all of a sudden, what you're doing is you're celebrating apparently having an equal defense to Arsenal. There you go.
Oh,
well done.
Let's you see, because you talk a lot about content.
We're gonna be here forever with you two, like going back and forth endlessly
in Premier League. I like.
Let's to be continued. Yeah, let's to be continued because we need to get to the Chelsea game's dead. I don't think we need to spend too long on Chelsea because that was a dead game. But I was with Don yesterday in Shoreditch. He was very confident coming into this game, very, very confident. And team, his goalkeeper, one of the most idiotic thing I've ever seen a goalkeeper do. It's cost them the game, and it was an awful game, Don, man. Like, and you said you were pissed. How pissed are you, man?
Bro, listen, I know Sanchez was shit in that moment, but I'm not looking at him as to why we didn't win the game today, bro. Our attack today, that's probably the worst performance I've seen from our attack today, right? Created fuck all today, yeah? Nothing, bro. Jackson, non-existent, yeah? Madueke, poor.
Running past.
Palmer, poor, yeah? The setup today wasn't good. Like starting Gusto in the half space, I was like, you know what? We'll give it a shot. I haven't liked Gusto playing this new role. I know like Lee likes to cook Gusto and that, but ultimately this year we're seeing Gusto basically playing as like a right centre mid, and he can't do it, bro. He can't do it. Yeah, time and time again today was getting in dangerous areas because bro, United they shit, bro. Yeah, they were shit, and we went down to their level today, right? Everyone knows Chelsea have improved this season, but today, what I was watching was just shocking. The United, I don't even know what their press is. They weren't really pressing us. We're beating whatever press they had. The midfield battle was basically being won by Lavia and Caicedo, in all honesty. We're getting in dangerous areas where usually I'm seeing our team creating some good chances. Get the likes of Palmer through balls, Caicedo through balls. Time and time again, we're just breaking down the attack. Palmer walking about today. Today, I think today's performance was even worse than what we saw at Anfield, bro. Yeah? Because this was a shit side. At least at Anfield, they had a little setup. They had a little game plan to make sure that he doesn't really do much and whatnot, yeah? Today, he was playing against Casemiro and Ugarte, who weren't even winning the ball back much like that, yeah? He was walking around at 2 miles per hour as if we're 4-0 up. And that was getting me mad. In the second half, there was a time where the ball came in the air. He didn't even try to jump for it. And United were in some dangerous position. There was another time, shortly straight after that, the ball goes to the wing. He just lets it go past him. And again, United are on the break. Yeah? I was saying in the group chats today, the only way United are going to score against us is on the transition because they don't create nothing from clear patterns. They've got no patterns. Onana's getting the ball from the back. Delit's getting the ball from the back. They're looking in the midfield. Casemiro and Ugarte are hiding because they don't progress nothing. Yeah? And the ball's going straight back to us. The ball kept coming straight back to us, Lawless. Right? The only attacker today that can walk away feeling good was Neto. I thought he was good. On the left, he was good. On the right, in the second half, he was trying to make things happen. Caicedo today in midfield, colossal performance, bro. And if it wasn't for him, you know, having that moment of brilliance, we lose that game. Yeah. We come out in the second half, he makes the changes, cool. Cucurella comes on, Gusto comes off, cool. But ultimately, the attack was just not good enough today, bro. Not good enough. And if we try to play like that against Arsenal next week, as bad as Arsenal have been, they've got more chinks in their armor. At least they've got set pieces. So if they're playing badly, they can get a set piece and score. Because United had set pieces today. They didn't do much from them. Yeah? Arsenal have
this is all nice, Don. This is all nice.
Hold on, Lee, before you come in. No, let me finish what I'm saying. Before you come in. Let me finish what I'm saying before you come in. Yeah? Arsenal, last season, we saw at the bridge, they had Saka, who basically got locked up by Cucurella all game, right? he whips in a ball last second. They end up getting a draw from it, right? Arsenal have more quality than United. And right now, they're not playing well. But next week, they can have a similar performance as to what they had first half in the Emirates against Liverpool, bro. Because after watching that today, they'll be feeling a little bit confident. Today was a time for us to make sure that we take, you know, we put our hands on these lots' necks, right? Get rid of that stupid record of not winning at Old Trafford for what, 11 years. Now it's going to be 12 years when we go there next year. And when we go there next year, bro, they've got a new manager. They're not going to be as bad as this, bro. Aston Villa lost this weekend. Man City lost this weekend. Cool, Liverpool won. Arsenal lost. Yeah, we could have been in third and 2 points ahead of these guys going into next week, right? But we're just dilly-dallying. I was disgusted by the attitude of the team today. These men went into the game and honestly, they were playing from the first minute. Yeah, they were playing as if we were winning 2-3 goals, by 3 goals, bro.
God.
Yeah. If we created better in the final third and didn't break down our attacks in the final third, that penalty wouldn't have meant nothing. Because Lawless, we know Sanchez has a Boza moment in him. We know this. But guess
That
what?
was like
the only
beyond
way you get over the Bozo moments, Lawless, yeah, with Sanchez, is you need to outscore teams. Because he's bound to
How
have
can you
one
sign
or
all
two
them
of them.
keepers and you ain't got a good keeper at your
No.
your
I'm
keeper
not
good shit?
gonna lie. No, hold on, because I've heard enough crap.
Oh, here we go.
No. Because I want to dissect a few things here because everybody's holding me accountable. Everybody's apparently making up all these things that I've said. Now I know what you definitely have said. You spoke about how you've got the third best squad in the league.
Yep.
Now, before we even get but before we get to that, can you address the fact that you lost against Newcastle with this third best squad in the league? Can you address the fact that you've got no injuries? Can you address the fact that you've constantly said that you had a better squad than Liverpool? Can you address all of these things? That's the first thing you need to do. The second thing, we're not going to do low-hanging fruit with Sanchez because I think people always forget this whole thing where even if you concede, you can score goals. So you have the best player in the league apparently in Palmer. Now I'm not sitting here saying he played crap, but he wasn't a great today. He wasn't amazing.
He was shit today. He was shit today.
You know what? I'm not going to say he was shit. I don't think he was. I just think he was average. I thought he was an average player with an average performance like the rest of the team. But we talk about Saka and the whole limping, and we talk about Saka and certain players for Arsenal. When the moment comes to winning, Saka's the reason why. When it comes to Spurs, Son's the moment why they win or don't win. And there's a bit of a common trend when Palmer goes away from home and he's got to play someone of real quality. It seems to be, he becomes literally frozen. It does become a bit like Ozil when he used to play for Arsenal away from home, especially. And he just doesn't turn up. He just seems to be a passenger. So I want you to address those things. I don't want you to talk about low hanging fruit. And I also want you to talk about your defense because where they were for that
defense was good today, though.
No. But where they were for the first goal, yeah, I think that's something you need to talk about. For Fana, you said he's better than Konate. That's what you said.
I said I'm not swapping him for Konate is what I said.
No.
And it wasn't bad today.
Michael, you're lying.
And it wasn't bad today.
No.
And it wasn't bad today, though. You're trying to throw him up that performance. It was not bad.
Coming after Lee, yeah, please.
No worries. You want to lie today, but it's fine. You constantly said, yes, you did say that you wouldn't swap him, but you said he's better from what you saw at Leicester. Yet you said he's a better player than Konate. That's what you said. So don't make out you didn't say that. But anyway. So now,
but today's not the game to be trying to come for.
So I want you to hold on. No. I want you to talk about the fact that because yes, Sanchez made a mistake, but they could have been better defending from your two centre backs. Your left back, who was Reece James, again, he was limited because he was asked to stay back. I understand that. So again, I'm not sitting here saying that you were shocking, but Man United were poor, and everybody said that you should win the game. And when the chips were down, you didn't come to the fore. So you can talk about Sanchez all you want.
I
want you to talk
about
Sanchez. Hold on a second. Yesterday,
I had Man United to win.
Yes.
I didn't even bring this brother up.
Yesterday, you did 10 tweets and retweets about Arsenal. You spoke about Saka not dribbling past. I saw it all. So I want you to do that. I want to see the same energy that you put when it's Arsenal losing a game and your team drawing a game.
John, hold on. John, I want to bring Deji in because he has something to say because he's got to leave early. He's got to leave soon. Yeah. So let's Deji out and then you can respond and defend your club. And your
the truth of the matter is, I think after 10 games, things are starting to settle down. Do you get me? Some of the kind of pre-season gusto, if you want to call it that, is, you know, the hype train is calming down. I had Man United to win 2-1 against. Why? Because this team has been suspectish. I ain't going to let the Cole Palmer effect be the reason that I'm going to be looking like I've been smoking some Budgie Banton. Chelsea are hot when they're hot and they're cold when they're cold. And I just knew the way Man United are with the bounce with Van Nistelrooy, that it was going to be long for them. The truth is, what Don is riding on is the fact that you've had a good start to the season. I would go as far as to say you started as well as Spurs. I think Spurs this time last season had 18 points. And that's why you think your team relevant. I've been holding fort on the fact that I think Maresca is a madman and I see Chelsea dropping points. Now, all of a sudden, Don is backtracking and Lee picked up on it. All of a sudden,
what backtracking?
They drew with United, and now all of a sudden, I'm not sure how we're gonna turn up against. No, that's not
I never say. Where did I say that? Where did I say that?
Turn up. Rubbish.
No, you don't. No, Dej, you're hearing things. I don't want to interrupt you, but you don't lie. Don't lie. I never said that. I never said that, bro.
You were shaking.
Bro, I never said that. I said this is what I said.
They should.
No, I said if we turn up against Arsenal the way that we did today, right? Yeah. We won't win that game. Is what I said.
So you already have flying the flag, the white flag. You're already giving up.
No, I'm being real. I'm saying I'm being real, bro. What do you want me to do, Deji? Do you want me to be confident?
But also, let me remind you.
Go on.
Let me also remind you.
Go on.
You thought you were away from me, innit? That's why you were coming there saying, yeah, I got a little £200. 2 points is not running away, bro. That is one win. So all of a sudden, that confidence, we're guaranteed top 4. You're not guaranteed nothing, my brother. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm not sure about... the thing is, the difference between us on the panel is this. Lawless has been in the mud from the start of the season. I'm hoping he comes round. Arsenal are currently going through the mud. Spurs are in and out of the mud, but we're in the mud. You men ain't really been in the mud. And I told you this last week. I said the true measure with Chelsea is when we see you man in the mud and you don't come out. There is no positive thing that you can say. Everyone on this panel will slap Man United. Everyone. West Ham, who is one of the dustiest teams I've ever seen in my life. Tottenham got a thing for teams that wear claret and blue, by the way. We just slapped them up. But that team, even that team, was able to beat Man United. You, man, could have lost tonight. Garnacho, if that was a bit lower, you lose the game. That, for me, is a disgrace, bro. It's a disgrace.
I haven't defended what you're saying. No. You've had your time. You don't need to talk. You've had your time. Let's also add in...
You asked me questions and now you don't
we don't want to ask you no questions. Let's also add in the fact that currently, I think Deji's also correct because, Arsenal, for whatever you want to say, you could say, oh, you know what, we're missing a few players. Not the sub story that you want to hear, but it's a fact. It's there. The Spurs, they even got injuries today. They had injuries from the last game. Mm-hmm. So you can, if you want to do the sub story, you can. West Ham, they're just not playing well, but they are a lower team. So you know that they are going to fight for points, etc., etc. Now, you've got everything. You've got all the players there. Your first team with no injuries couldn't beat lonely old Man United. So this is what I talk about when your squad should be able to handle going away against Newcastle and then going to Man United and winning the games because you should have more than enough. But you didn't. You didn't win either of those games and you threw a cup competition to then not beat Man United. So for me, we talk about your manager, we talk about your players, and I just think you have to, own up to the fact that you overrated your players. And the last thing I'm going to talk about, the last thing I'm going to talk about is gusto. Again, I didn't want to do this, but the issue that I have is that you last season, you constantly said, yo, look at the metrics, look at the stats. This season, he's been pretty much shocking in most of the games. I don't know how many games he played.
I agree.
He's been shocking. So all I said to you is...
So was Ben White.
Yes, from an injury, but fine. I don't want to do the injury.
Yeah, from an injury, bro.
Wait,
He's been
hold on.
shit.
I don't want to hold on. I don't want to do that. Well, let's talk about your player because you keep putting him on.
I've been cooking him.
No. You've been putting him on a pedestal. All I'm saying to you is, please stop overrating these players. Let him. And all I said to you is just let him have another season where people have a game plan for him. People, see what he did well last season and then work from there. But what you didn't want to do is you didn't want to allow him that. You didn't want to fool him. The same way how Chelsea fans didn't want to fool Palmer to come in this season and, level out a little bit. But you said that he's the best player in the league. He's doing this, he's doing that. And then when he doesn't turn up, it's, oh, yeah, he had a bad game. No. He's not that guy. He's good. He's amazing. But he isn't the best player in the league. He's not the best player in the world that people have made out that he is. He's somewhere in between. And people want to talk about Saka. People want to level it. It's not about comparing. I'm not doing that. What I'm saying, because again, I'm not saying he was as bad as what you made out today. I'm not even making out that. But just calm down. Just calm down with how you rate your players. That's all I'm asking you. And it's not about saying they're crap. It's just about calming down. That's it.
Lee, can I ask you something? Because my definition, hold on, Deji, before you come in. My definition of overrating is calling these men world class. I haven't even called Palmer world class, right? I've said we've got very good players, and bro, you've got very good players. He's the best player in the league. You've got very good players. But guess what? They didn't turn up against Newcastle. My guys didn't turn up. That's the worst performance. Hold on, Lee. That's the worst performance I've seen. Because like you're saying, Lee, you're spitting facts, bro. Yeah. The other day you asked me about my squad. Why can't my squad beat Newcastle? Yeah. That day against Newcastle, bro, regardless of us having a deep squad, regardless of what I think of my squad, he made way too many changes. That should have been a mix and match of that game, yeah? You rest, like you say, we didn't win the game today. You rested the likes of Caicedo. He wasn't even on the bench. Lavia weren't about. Reece James weren't about. Cole, all these men, none of these men played. And today they look like they were tranquilized, bro. That's what I was saying on my channel. These men all look like they were fucking tranquilized, and they shouldn't have looked like that because they didn't play. Yeah? It don't matter if the squad's deep, bro. If it's not used correctly, you're not gonna win. And end of the day, Newcastle, the clear game plan, them man couldn't handle it, bro. Yeah, Maresca changed too much. So that's that point. And then on the other point that you're talking about, yeah, with Palmer, I disagree with you, bro. I think Palmer was worse than what you're saying. I don't think it was average today. I put Palmer on a pedestal. I put Palmer on the platform, right? And if I don't see him perform to that level, I will hold him to account. Do you get it? I'm not like you, man.
When he goes away to these big clubs, because there's a common trend that we're seeing with him. When he goes away to these big clubs, he doesn't turn up. He turned up
last season though. He went to Spurs away last season and turned up. He went to United away last season and got our only goal, bro. Yeah, fine.
Question, Don. Is he? Because I wanna touch on it quickly before we move on. So everyone was mid talk West Ham. Can you tell me, is Palmer going to turn up to Arsenal? Because I want to touch on the Arsenal game. I want to get some opinions on record. I want to get some thoughts from you and Guna Lee and even Deji of what Deji. In fact, you first. You tell me what's going to happen. We'll go with you first, Deji, because I know
before Deji even comes in. Yeah, Palmer got man of the match last year against Arsenal at the Bridge. Right? Yeah. Palmer had a good game.
I said away from home. I
gave you examples away from home last year where he turned up against the big teams.
Which team?
Yeah. I told you, bro. He played against Spurs. He had a good game that day. Don't try to tell me 9 men.
I don't remember that.
He got an assist. He got an assist for Jackson, and he had a good game that game.
No. I didn't say assist. I said, did he play well?
He did play well. He did play well that game. Go back and watch it. Against United at Old Trafford, right? He got our only goal in that game when he played. Against Liverpool in the final, man created like 2-3 big chances for Gallagher. No. This away from home. I'm giving you examples. Yeah. Against Man City away, he turned up. He played well. So yes, this year he hasn't turned up in the away performances from the big teams. I'm not going to run away from that.
Okay, but now let's look to the
people
future.
People are now trying to lie and say he doesn't turn up all the time. There's many examples of him doing that, and now there's examples of him not doing that.
I just wanted to. I heard.
Deji, what are you saying about the next week game? Arsenal.
Yeah, just quickly. I know Don was trying to praise Jackson and Neto for running fast in a straight line, but for me that ain't good enough, to be honest. But look, in terms of next week's game, we know what Chelsea. Chelsea are the biggest pussy clouts when it comes to playing Arsenal. They roll over. I wouldn't be surprised if Arsenal lamp 5 past these brothers. They never turn up, whether it's home, whether it's away, it don't matter. Last year, I predicted that they were going to pull down their shorts, take a wooden spoon, and invite Arsenal to spank them. I think the same happens again under Maresca. To be honest, they huffed and puffed, and now they're going to want to do something. And the thing is, when Cole Palmer catches a chill and he does this, I was cold, I was naked. Were you there? Were you there? We were there. We were there. We didn't see you, my brother. So I don't expect to see him next week at all. So Arsenal win 3-0.
If that happens, Don, it's long for you, my friend. It is going to be at the
no, bro. Listen. I'm telling you now, yeah. Listen. After the game, Maresca better have been slapping faces one by one. Yeah, everyone, you come slap. Yeah, because that was shocking. Lawless, bro. You know how mad it is to go to this United team. They haven't even scored 10 goals. The team that scored the least amount of goals in comparison to them is Southampton, bro. They're they're next door. They're neighbors with Southampton, right? I'm watching United. I don't even know what this is. It was just vibes. Even their crowd today weren't even on it like that, bro. They're just so bad. And we literally went down to their level. It's like there was a magnet in Old Trafford that said, we're shit, so now we're going to latch onto you and infect you with our shitness. That's how bad we were. I'll be real. Today was our worst performance of the season.
So, yeah, what does that say about the Arsenal game? We're talking about the Arsenal game.
Oh, the Arsenal game, bro. Listen, we need to see a reaction. We need to see a reaction.
But are you? Like, bro, tell us what you think.
How you think. We must. We're at home. We're in comfortable grounds. Palmer tends to turn up at home because Lee's saying Palmer hasn't been great away from home against the bigger sides. Palmer does tend to turn up at home. Same thing as Jackson as well. You know, we can't be playing the way we did. You know what I'm saying? And I think the crowd next week, are going to be up for it. You know what I mean? We need to see a reaction.
If you beat Arsenal, then I think that Maresca has changed it. But I think there is something Spursy about Chelsea when you don't play Arsenal. You don't turn up. But if you're able to get a point against Arsenal next week, then he might just...
I don't want a point. I don't want a point.
But that point today against United was so poor that the bet between us still stands.
So, Deji, I don't want a point next week, but I want to beat these lot.
So I want to beat them. What's going to happen then? Like you're saying we must, we have to.
Yeah.
What is going to happen? Like, what do you think? Are you going to beat them?
Listen. Yeah, I think. Listen.
There we go.
If we turn up and play our game, I think we'll beat
this guy. What is this?
I already told you, bro. If we turn up like today, we're not going to win that game. If we play like how I've been seeing us playing this year, we will win that game, bro.
Are you going to respond? Are you going to turn up? Are you going to bounce back?
Well, I hope we do. I hope we do. Do you think I'm some you know what I'm saying, some guru or something? I hope
that's
why.
Hold
on.
I just told you that.
Hold on. Don't. Wait a second. Wait, hold it. You can't say that because I'm being pressured. Oh, should Arsenal sack Arteta? Hold on. It's the same thing. Wait until the end of the season, right? Wait until the end of the season. So people need to start asking me that question. Please don't ask me that question. Now you don't like it, right? Now you don't.
I never asked you that question though.
Okay,
I never
said
Arteta should get sacked right now.
Okay, cool.
I think Arteta should get until the end of the season, see what he does.
Thank you very
move
much.
on. Deji's the one that's saying all of that.
Bit of common sense here. Bit of common sense coming.
You know what I'm saying? I think for me, even last season, I was telling Lee, but me and Lee did a preview before the game. He was saying there's no way we beat them. And I said, bro, we can beat you lot this week. We were 2-0 up for 70 minutes. And then Sanchez had another bozo moment. They came back, right? I'm saying the same thing this year. If we turn up like what I've been seeing majority of the season, we will beat them. If not, we're going to lose. If we play like today, we're going to lose.
I will say I'm very, very certain. I'm guaranteeing we won't lose the game. That's for sure. Like Chelsea aren't. I think that's the only kind of real guarantee. I will say Chelsea aren't this amazing team. And you know what? Fair play. I think the only person I really saw guaranteeing a win was Matisse. I think most Chelsea fans, they were a little bit worried for the game because they knew that Man United were crap and they wanted to win, but I didn't really feel the conviction from Chelsea fans to say. So fair play to them, but I think they do want to get out, blood. We did beat them 5-0 this year, but obviously last season. So they do want to come for us in terms of getting a result. But I don't see them winning. I don't think they've got enough. I don't think that other than their midfield, I don't think their defense is amazing. Their keeper, look, let's just start from their keeper. Can't give anybody any confidence. So straight away, I can't see them keeping us out. We will score a goal. We ain't lost against them since 2018, I believe. So yeah, it's a nice little record. So,
any team that allows Nketiah to get a brace is suspect.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
And that's what they did. You let Nketiah get a brace. And so for me, if Arsenal are pissed from today's game. The thing is, I knew Chelsea was going to drop points, and I think that's what Lee's saying. I think they could feel that they weren't going to do it today. As much as you want to pretend that you thought you were going to win, you knew deep down.
Yeah, I
that
saw that this week. I agree. And I will say as well, for me, it's the same thing you can talk about Arsenal with Saka. It's Saka FC. It's Parma FC. I'm sorry. If you lock down Parma, you're on the way to winning that game or not losing. And I'm sorry.
We've won games this season where Parma hasn't even been great.
I hold it. And we won. Wait.
Parma's our best player. Parma is our best player. Salah is Liverpool's best player. And guess what?
Yes,
he won them the game yesterday. That's what your best players do.
Yes,
that's what your best players do, bro.
Yes, and we've won games without Saka this season. But my point, what I'm trying to say to you is, you are very dependent. You are very dependent. The same way how Arsenal are very dependent. I don't see Liverpool being as dependent with Mo Salah. But fine, if that's what you think, fine. But for me, I do think if.
Wait,
he's their best player. He's their best player, but Salah's not been amazing this season. He's been good.
But exactly. He wasn't even great the other day, but he's still at a moment of brilliance.
Let's not digress.
That's what top players do, bro.
I think if you look up, and we've seen it away for both clubs, and we've seen it at home for both clubs. If you look up Parma, you look up Saka, you're on the way to getting a win. And I think if we can lock up the likes, and we saw it with Newcastle yesterday, you lock up Saka a little bit, or you don't give as much help for Saka, I think you can find a way. I think the same thing. If you lock up the likes of Parma, you can find a way. And today, that was the case. So yeah, man. Like, I'm very.
Give me a score prediction, both of you, and then we'll just quickly touch on West Ham, so people don't think I'm ducking. And then
I'm the home team. Actually, you go. I'll go first.
I'm gonna go 3-1. I'm gonna go 3-1.
3-1 Arsenal.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 3-1 Arsenal.
Listen, I've predicted 2-1 2 weeks in a row now against fucking United, and 3 weeks, yeah. Liverpool I said 2-1, United said 2-1. Fuck it, third time lucky. I'm gonna say the same. I don't see us keeping a clean sheet, but I'm saying
clearly 2-1's not been working for you.
Yeah, but third time lucky, bro. Third time lucky.
I think Arteta knows how to beat Chelsea. I think it's going to be a different game because they've got Lavia now, the same guy that is part of their squad that is this amazing player. But fine, they've got Lavia, they've got Caicedo playing well. I will give them that. I thought Caicedo was actually half decent today. Lavia got
brilliant today.
Enzo. Let's not talk about him, please. Let's not talk about. He is an absolutely terrible footballer. Gusto's not playing well.
Enzo went bad today.
Come on, and if we, especially if we get Odegaard back as well, that does make a huge difference. You then put, and obviously Ben White will definitely play. So you would have Partey in the middle, and he's playing amazing this season. Declan Rice, whatever, if double pivot, whatever the formation it will be. I think we'll find a way. We Arsenal aren't this crap team. We're playing poor, but we're not this crap team. So we can find a way to win. And yeah, you haven't beaten us since 2018, so we've got a bit of a good record against you, and I think we haven't lost against you away from home in 4 games, I think. So yeah, it's not the worst. So yeah.
Cool. If we beat you next week, Lawless, before you come into the West Ham section, because I know you want to speak about man like Tagliatelle, I'm saying Lopetegui, I'm saying, if we beat you next week, Lee, would you then say at this point, yo, I think it's a top 4 team for us this year? Or are you saying that already? I've already heard your take.
No. It's not a top 4 thing. It's definitely again, it's too early, but no, it's not a top 4 thing, because I will say that there aren't enough teams that are consistently going to win games out. It's been a terrible run that we've got. Not obviously it would have not won a game in 4 games, but no, it's not top 4, man. No. It will look like that, and it will be a meltdown, especially before international break. But no, it's not, man.
I can't lie, though. But think if you're deeper though, if Liverpool win their next game, that's a 10-point swing, bro. That's a 4-game swing, basically.
Yeah, no. I'm not talking. Hold on. So in theory, okay, sorry, no. I thought when you was asking me, is it a top 4 thing, as in we're going to be battling for top 4?
Yeah, that's what I mean, bro. Because
you're out of the title race.
You're out of the title race. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, out of the title race, but I don't think it's about like we're not going to get in. It's going to be difficult.
Oh, no.
No, I'm saying I think we'll finish third. I said we're going to finish third. I think we'll definitely finish third.
And do you know what? I think technically you will be in the top 4 race, but you'll be leading it. I think you'll get it.
You know what Liverpool did last season? I think they were 12 points ahead of Tottenham by the end. That's not a top 4 battle. Like, that's your certified.
I don't have to be that much.
Yeah.
But...
No. You got to be real. Like Chelsea, Tottenham, Man United, they are not gonna win 5, 6 games. It's not. Arsenal can do that. Arsenal are playing poorly. They've got players missing. The manager can find a different. Like, I'm sorry, Arsenal aren't this rubbed out team. People are going too crazy with it, man. Like you also add in there. We played Liverpool away. We lost 2 players in the game. Give it a bit more context. Like, okay, fine. We played against Bournemouth with 10 men. Not amazing. Not it's our fault, but give it a bit more context. Like, let's not go crazy with it, man. Like, that's all I'm saying.
No, let's see. Like I said, next week it's gonna be huge, and I hope you guys are both here because someone's in trouble. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, man, I suppose we got finished talking about West Ham. We did lose 3. Was it 3-0? 10 men down to the third best team in the league, the team that are currently above Chelsea and Arsenal. Flying high, Nottingham Forest in the top 4 race right now, and not a good day at the office. I say that. But
well, I'm waiting for that video. Apparently, I saw a little caption of you possibly thinking the manager needs to be sacked. But you know, I'm not going to call you out too much. It's fine. It's cool.
Listen, I do my thing where I give the manager a chance. I never wanted the guy in the first place, but
oh my god, that's D. I got to make sure I click that out for D. I didn't want him in the first place. Look, that's the first part of the turn. It's coming now. Look, I didn't want him in the first place, so
I didn't.
Okay, fine. Boy.
But I backed him because you got to give managers a chance. That's what I'm saying.
What? No, hold on. But let's ask the damning question because you like to ask me. When is it time to get rid of the manager? Because you know you haven't won in an X amount of games. You know you're losing and you're losing.
We won last week.
You know he said to me, Lee, I was with him. I was in Lawless's presence yesterday. People in Shoreditch. You know what I mean? Was having a little pizza. Was having a little beer next to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I was having my little soft drink and that. I asked this guy, "What? You still Lopetegui in and that?" He was like, "Well, let's see how we get on against Everton."
Wow.
If we don't comfortably, and I mean comfortably, beat Everton, like even if we win and we've scraped to win, then I want him out.
Wow. So one game. So hold on. So what you're saying is if you win, then all of a sudden it's magic and he can stay now, yeah?
Well, yeah, not just win, but comfortably win, because I want to see.
No. But no, hold on.
Where we're at.
So one game is going to change your mind like that. Okay.
It's if we win comfortably, it's not going to convince me. I'm still not going to be fully convinced. He's still going to have to win me over. But that if we don't win that game or we scrape it and we don't look comfortable and confident, then I would have seen enough. Because my issue with Lopetegui, and I wanted to give him time, but my issue, and I said this on my post-match review, is I'm not seeing progress. I'm not seeing us move towards. It's not about results. The results don't bother me, even though you can never lose 4-1 to Spurs as a London team. But it's not about the results; it's about the performances. And I'm not seeing I don't see an identity. I don't see a style of play. I don't see what we're trying to do. And his starting lineups are consistently wrong.
But then how can you be waiting for Everton, because that's not gonna like.
Thank you very much.
Basically, because what you're saying right now is there's no style of play. We're going into basically November now, like it's nearly Christmas period. He's had the whole preseason as well. I swear, he had the whole preseason. He's brought in his players and that, right? You're not seeing a style of play.
160 million pounds spent.
Yeah, so it's like you're waiting for Everton. Oh yeah, he has to win against Everton, and it has to be convincing.
Because there's no excuse.
That's going to be a turning point. Then, if it's convincing, do you think that's going to be a turning point for your season? Is that what you're basically trying to say?
I'm not necessarily saying it's but if I get to see us be able to implement what we're trying to do, we play good football, we looked confident, and I start to see something, it made me feel like, okay, maybe there's something there, and it's just these teams that are these top teams, you know, because you can make little excuses. You know, we was 1-0 down, we went down to 10 men, we were shit. I'm not making an excuse, but I'm saying like you can have these little asterisks and go, okay, well, you know, this happened, or we played these top teams. But if you can't at least do it against the teams below you, then that's unacceptable. Like, this should be a game where not only does he get the starting line right, but we start to see a style of play. We're comfortable on the ball, we're creating chances, and we're looking good. Like, there's no excuse for this game.
Do you know what it is? Yeah, the howler here is getting rid of Moyes and, you know, bringing in some good players and hiring him. Right? It's very clear that this manager doesn't know how to use your team, bro. So all these problems that you've got right now, Okay, cool. Even if you have a performance like a good performance against Everton, you're gonna be speaking about the same thing once you have this guy, bro. You get
Right.
like it's not gonna change. He needs to get sacked because he's not the man to be taking West Ham forward, bro. It's as simple as that.
Here's the thing, yeah. Here's the thing. There is no way he's getting sacked like before December. Like it's just not happening. Like,
You're gonna see
Sullivan don't like
the
sacking
same
managers.
performances. You're gonna keep seeing this. You're gonna keep seeing the same performances. You're gonna be on here like a broken record, like I was with Poch. You're gonna be talking about lineups. You're gonna be talking about no patterns of play. You're gonna be talking about poor goals conceded. You're gonna be talking about another 3-0. You're gonna be talking about the same things, the exact same things. You're gonna be talking about Kudus left wing, bro. I don't see this guy changing much because by now, like good managers, right, work out their team quite quickly. Like Maresca's been able to work out his team quite quickly. I know there's a few bits that he's trying to experiment like Gusto in the half space and that. Cool, fair enough. But you can see that he's building something. Lopetegui, bro, like how long does it take? It shouldn't take.
Can I ask you just, can I ask you, Lawless? Can you tell me how the player who's equal to or even possibly better? There's a conversation to be had better than Saka in I think his name is Bowen. Can you tell me how he's been this season? Because apparently he's equal to or even better than Saka. So can you let me know how he's playing? And over the last couple of games, I would love to know. I would love to know.
This is the thing, yeah. On my watch along, and this I'm glad you brought up my watch along. Someone said to me about, would you question Steight's signings? And I said, I can't question any signings because even some of our best players have looked shit like this season under Lopetegui. Like,
wow.
So our best players like Bowen have regressed and are playing poorly. So you can't single out the new signings and say, I can't look at Carlos Soler and go, well, he's been underwhelming, so he must be a shit. No, it's like, I can't write him off because everyone's looking crap, essentially. Apart from like Wan-Bissaka looks decent in spells. Like he's had some really good moments. Todibo looks good, but still our whole defensive organization is terrible.
Wow.
So yeah, I can't lie. Bowen's not been great.
Normally top players. Normally, listen, I saw from Palmer. I saw Chelsea were 12th, 8th, 7th, and he was rising above the crap. I see Saka week in and week out rising above the rubbish. He's doubled and triple teamed weekly, and he still finds ways to impact the game. So I would just love to see Bowen maybe contribute a bit more. Find a way to do a bit better. The manager does play a massive part. I'm not gonna take that away from you, but it's just interesting because you did say that he's on the same level or better than Saka. There's a conversation to be had. So
do you know the difference between Palmer, Saka, and Bowen in those scenarios, in those examples you gave?
Palmer and Saka's a conversation and Bowen's not. That's the difference.
No, like
that's the difference.
And no, what I'm saying is Bowen is not playing in a consistent starting 11. There's no consistency. It's always chop and change between who's up top, or maybe like Bowen's up top himself and he's on the right wing. Who's going to be next to him, to left of him? Who's going to be behind? Like, there's been no consistency.
And you know what? I also kind of, because it's funny you say that because you don't rate Havertz. So Saka's playing with Havertz, who's not even a striker, right? He's not that good. So clearly, if we had a proper striker, then he would be, this world beater. No?
Yeah, but he's still consistent. He's still got a consistent person that he's playing with on a regular basis. Do you know what I mean? You can build an understanding, you can build chemistry, you can link up with that. That's what I'm saying. It's too much chop change.
Interesting. It's fine. It's just nice to see, a bit of humility from even, if you were going to say even for myself, a bit of humility because, week in and week out, West Ham are getting muddied and it's only going to continue. You said that you was going to beat everybody and you've been losing games. Okay, other than the Crystal Palace game, you've been boshed all season long. So yeah, it's nice to see.
And Ipswich, we were strong against Ipswich.
Okay, yeah, Ipswich. Okay, who are probably going to get relegated. That's how crap they are. So yeah, it's good to see. And I'm sure you say that you was challenging. You're going to challenge for Europe. Boy,
we got the squad for it. We got the squad for it. But that's what I'm saying.
Sounds like someone else I know. Best squads when they talk about squads. But
make sure you fucking beat me, Lee. I'm telling you, make sure you beat me.
Boy, no, hold on. You make sure you beat me. You've got the first best squad. You've got all.
You're the one that's supposed to be challenging.
You've got the best player playing at home. We beat you 5-0 only a few months ago. Please make sure you win.
Bro, the best player didn't even play that game. Gusto didn't even play that game. Your boy Gusto didn't even play that game.
I know. You know what? You're correct. So I'm now expecting a win because you know you've got all your players. You've got no excuses. There's none.
You got older guard back, right? Martin's back.
And I'm just saying, you've got no excuses now because we played you, and I think we had pretty much a full squad. And you know, now you've got your players back. So let's hope there's no excuses, and you just beat us finally. 2018. That's a very long time. I had hair back then.
Jeez. Well,
it's true. I had hair then. It's true.
Listen, let's see.
The last
next
time
week,
Chelsea beat me in a Premier League game. Hold on, even in the cup game, we beat you in the final. What am I talking about? And we beat you in the semi-final. Yeah. The last time that you beat us, I had hair. Freaking hell.
The last time I beat you was not Baku. It was Lampard season, isn't it?
Yeah, Lampard season. Yeah, you beat us.
Remember that game? Lukaku absolutely bullied Mari, bro.
Yeah, you beat us 2-0. Lukaku and
you should have kept Lampard just for that. You should have just kept him just for that alone, man.
Yeah,
and then I reckon they good against Arsenal, but I can sleep at night because all those wins have won them nothing against me, blood. You know
no. That's what we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. This is called. This is London. This is what this show is called. I don't care about all that stuff. You must, because you didn't beat Man United, so you must, because it will also be how many games that you wouldn't have won. What did you? Hold on, who was your last game against?
Newcastle. No, we won that
in the Prem.
Yeah,
Newcastle. Yeah, Newcastle. So it would be 2 games. Hold on, it would be 2 games that you haven't won. Hold on, no.
Put it this way. In this running, it's what I said. So Newcastle, obviously City, sorry, no, not City. Sorry, Newcastle, Arsenal, Liverpool, yeah, and obviously United. I said I want to see minimum 7, yeah, minimum 7 points. And right now we're on track because we beat Newcastle. We drew against Liverpool. Sorry, we lost against Liverpool. So we're on 3 points now. We drew today. That's 4. We beat you lot next week. We're on 7 points. Ideally, I wanted 8. But my minimum that I said is I want to see 7 points in this running. So we win next week. We're on target for what I asked for, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let's see, because listen, next week's show is going to be a must-see because we're going to have whatever happens with Chelsea, Arsenal. We've got obviously whatever happens with us and Everton. That could be. We got honestly Spurs, Ipswich. I've got a sneaky feeling.
No. They're gonna win. They're gonna win.
I've got a feeling, and if Spurs drop points to Ipswich at home, it's gonna be fireworks on this show. So look out. Just keep your eye on it. That's all I'm saying. Just keep your eye on that. But yeah, thank you for watching, guys. A great show. Happy birthday to Potts. I feel
happy birthday to my guy Potts, man. Happy birthday.
And big up Newcastle ruined his birthday yet again, 2 years in a row. He loves off Newcastle and they treat him like this. It's a damn shame. But I hope he had a good birthday, Arsenal aside. So shout out to you, Potts. Happy birthday, mate.
Happy birthday, my bro.
Thank you to all you watching. Check out, you got Race for Europe tomorrow, so check out for that. And we'll see you later. Up the irons. Come on.